Okay, it is Friday, September 3rd, and holy mackerel, is it a beautiful day. Can you see that behind me? Check it out. 72 degrees, man. Breezy, beautiful. It's like September 11th weather. If you remember the weather around here on September 11th, I'm about 2 hours south of the Twin Towers. And the weather here that day was just like this. Absolutely perfect. Yesterday was the same. Interesting as we approach the last holiday weekend of the summer season here down the shore, because this is going to pack them in like you wouldn't believe for this unofficial end of summer down here. Last year when that happened, it was hot, and then I like to go to the beach on the day after they all leave, Tuesday after they leave, the Tuesday after Labor Day. And it was freezing. And it never became beach weather again. I never made it last year, you know. So this year, I definitely intend to go. Not until Monday or Tuesday at least, preferably Tuesday. But the weather here today is amazing, and comes on the heels of the remnants of Ida that wreaked havoc through the area here in New Jersey. We were spared down here. I am in South Jersey along the coast, the Atlantic City, Ocean City area, about 10 miles or so off the coast. And about 30 minutes or so, or 45 minutes up the road, they had horrific tornadoes and damage and shit that we don't get around here. Isn't that crazy? I mean, if you live here, that's crazy. It's not crazy. Oh, it's not crazy for you if you get that stuff normally. But like I said, we're more of a hurricane community, and we don't ever see tornadoes up and down the coast, around the coast, or 30 miles off the coast, or whatever. It's ridiculous and unheard of. So, especially that, you know, the size of that. So, you know, now we are enjoying the real weather. There's no spray. There's no oppressive heat. I feel like you're in a fucking microwave, you know, when they don't do all that shit. And since we know the earth, that we know that the sun is cooling, the sunspot activity is at a low, and we are at a solar minimum, that this is the normal weather. And it would have been a nice, cool, beautiful summer. And people could have been preparing and, you know, oh my God. Had they been told what's coming and where we really are, as opposed to global warming, it's climate change, global warming.
No, poop.
Because you're farting and driving cars. So, it's crazy. So my day started out fucked up. I lost my temporary fake teeth. I don't wear the top ones because they make me look like Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
But the bottom ones definitely helped me eat, and I did come to like them. But I fucking lost them, so, you know, that temporary fix will have to be permanently fixed now. I was trying to avoid the work involved in permanence, but it is what it is because I'm not doing that again. If I'm going to get them fixed again, it'll be right. So for now, I will have to just continue looking like Bobby Clark of the Philadelphia Flyers in the 70s. It is what the fuck it is. Holy Jesus. Come on, man. We can't have this again. But a couple of things. Not sure if you saw the latest uploads to my BitChute channel. One was the conversation that Lisa, Sarah, and I had on Sunday, the 29th. And we decided to just put it up. It was, again, a personal conversation in many ways. It was raw and, openly discussed without worrying about what we're saying. And we decided to put it up because if other people are going through some similar shit, maybe our conversation can help them because we're all going through shit. So we put it up. Lisa, I told you in the last video, put it up on her channel. I added a few simple graphics and stuff here and there. And now it's up on my BitChute channel. I won't even try to put it up on fucking YouTube. Along with, if you haven't seen that video that Thor, the Deplorable on Twitter, whoever that may be, put up recently of that dude with the dreadlocks at that town meeting. If you haven't seen that guy, very passionately talk about, the events at hand and in front of like a council meeting or something. Well, somebody put that passionate speech to heavy metal music, and it was fucking great.
As the population who's in control, that the people are the politicians. Once you get a power, you will never relinquish it. Do you think that the 4 feet of marble that holds you above high in this chamber will help you from the fate of humanity which you are unleashing? No! It won't! Your children and your children's children will be subjugated! They've only asked, how many vaccines have you had? Have you been a good little Nazi? Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! There's been a lot of talk about the Nuremberg Code. Well, I fought for a copy. You were all in
Oh, tell me that's not fucking great. Anyway, that is on my BitChute channel. Mirrored from Thor the Deplorable's tweet. Fantastic. Couple of things that I was going to briefly touch. One being the new Economic Forum video. If you haven't seen it, Like, okay, so now, since the AI has trouble identifying you with your mask, your heartbeat signature is identical to you, so we can use your heartbeat signature to identify you and surveil you and lock you in and out of the system if we want. Basically is what they're saying. And they can take this opportunity. It's an opportunity. Coronavirus is an opportunity.
Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight severe virus, but to shape the system for the need for the post-corona era. We have a choice to remain passive, which would lead to the amplification of many of the trends we see today. Polarization, nationalism, racism, and ultimately increased social unrest and conflicts. But we have another choice. We can build a new social contract, particularly integrating the next generation. We can change our behavior to be in harmony with nature again. And we can make sure that the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are best utilized to provide us with better lives. In short, we need a great reset.
You know, amazing how many heads of establishments and medical establishments and governments and find this to be an opportunity. Because, you know, most people find it to be hell. But for them, it's an opportunity to take command of the situation. You know, fucking unbelievable, that guy. You would have nothing. You know what I mean? With his partner, fucking Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Bill Gates. Oh, Lord. But that is not a joke. You could put a video like that together as a Saturday Night Live skit, and you could pass it off as a Saturday Night Live skit in its exact.
Who is it?
Land shark.
Oh, Walter. Land shark. Ah!
You cannot make it up if you tried. You would put it together and you'd say, it's too stupid. It won't work, you know. We gotta go. It's so dumb. Oh, Lord, help us all just to not piss ourselves laughing. And again, it's not really that funny. I make light of it, and I use comedy to endure it while trying to combat it with my non-compliance and my voice, but and my actions. But the reality of it is, we're kind of fucked at the moment. We're looking fucked, and people are definitely starting to feel the divide more and more. You're starting to see it more around here. You're seeing the bongs, and then those of us that won't do it. It fluctuates day to day. If you saw that video I did entitled Quick Update, you'd see on there a couple videos back, you'll see the little experiment that I did at my store. You could see the customers coming in and out and who's wearing them and who's not. And when I was in there that day, it was full of them. I came out and sat in the truck to eat my lunch and decided to put the camera up to document it, and then it was the opposite. It was all people without. So my son's football game last night, my son's varsity football game, yes, he did make it. He said he was at an away game up in Washington Township, and nobody was wearing them. That, of course, you know, one of the areas hit by the remnants of Ida, which, you know, left devastation and tornado sightings and flooding up north and everything else. Just crazy. And, you know, again, times aren't even, they're not even a little bit to where they're going to be when the shit hits the fan. Because the shit's gonna hit the fan. You know, I'm looking at this beautiful weather today. Again, reminds me of the September 11th day, 2001, the weather. And last year, Labor Day down here, which is the unofficial closing of summer, unofficial end of summer, down here at the shore area. The last holiday, you know, for the businesses, and it gets really packed down here on Labor Day, obviously. And last year was really hot, you know. They had the microwave on, they had it up, man. It was spraying and all kind. And then, after it was over on Monday, the weather, boom, went to the 50s, and it never had another beach day. And I like to go when everyone leaves, you know. Didn't get a chance, not once last year. So I do wonder if this year, as we hit 72, which I love, if it's going to be 50 by fucking Tuesday, and then we're going to dump right into fall and winter, so we can uppity up the detoxification process and get those exosomes flowing and up them PCR numbers. Woohoo! Positive, 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 positive. Woo! No! You know, not to mention the hell that is about to be, you know, wreaked on us for mandating this fucking badung everywhere in the months to come, as they're starting already here in New Jersey, as we discussed in last video. You know, to the students of Hoboken, you know, 3 years old and up every year in school, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And of course, Fauci's saying it already as well, that, you know, and then there's those boosters you got to get every 8 months, and you got to keep getting it. It's not going away. Australia, of course, the testing ground for this, the hell that is occurring over there. If you listen to their politicians, you'll see the hell that the Australian people are going through in places, you know, like Sydney and so forth, and how brutal it's being enforced, and how much the cops over there are just loving it, you know, because that's what a cop's supposed to do, right? That's why you join the force, right? You fucking assholes.
No, the po-po.
And if they don't break ranks, and the military don't start breaking ranks and saying no to this shit, and they decide to step in and start enforcing this everywhere else, too, as they are in Australia, in places in Australia, people ain't gonna know what the fuck hit them. And most people that I know are living pretending it's not coming. It's not gonna happen. They are talking about things in the future, like a couple years down the road. They're talking about things that are skipping over the actual acquiring of our freedoms back, that have already been taken, as people pretend they haven't been taken, and just pretend this is going to go away. While we are now approaching the 2-year mark soon of this fucking stupidity, and people are still thinking of the herd, you know. It's unreal to imagine, and you can't make it up, you know. So that is why it is the greatest story ever told. It's just the dumbest, as I often say, you know. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about? Economic Forum, the tornado, to ramp up the show, as they have been in other places in the world for months now, and our time is coming here. So we will see not only what we are made of as human beings, but now we will soon see what we are made of as a country, because the division that's being propagated, the nonsense that's being used to scare people, and the weather that's being manipulated to, you know, flood areas, destroy crops, you know, stop travel, relocate people, you know, clear out areas they want cleared out. Whatever purpose they have is affecting everyone, and it's ongoing, and it's just the beginning, you know. We know they're inflating the hell out of and destroying the dollar, and when they decide to pull that plug, which will be when they decide, there's no, you know, it's happening tomorrow, you know. And if you really want to know, I believe the best way to keep up on those indicators is to follow Greg Mannarino. Been following Greg for years, and his track record is impeccable. And if you understand what he's explaining, then you can follow it yourself without Greg Manarino. You can still watch Greg, but you can understand what Greg is doing so that you can then actually, take action in the world yourself to take evasive steps and protect your assets before they disappear like that with the blip of a click and bank accounts are emptied, which, is the way this will happen to those that are not paying attention. Anyway, I'll come off my mountaintop and I will, leave it there. Like I said, I will check in on, oh my God. I will check in after the holiday, and I hope you guys take some time to enjoy the days off, the weather, because it's not over till it's over. But the more time we waste pretending in the world that this is not happening and that you can just ignore it and that it's not going to come to your doorstep, and what's going on in Australia, oh, it's not happening to me, I don't need to think about it, it will never come here. The more time we lie to ourselves about the situation we're in because it's too scary to face the situation we're in, the more time in this psychological game and this plan to wear you down succeeds, because the time now to be the time given to us now, I should say, to take and build that courage, reinforce the truth, know more about what's going on, understand clearly why you're going to stand the way you're going to stand, whether it's going over history or understanding the science of what's going on here for real, or learning about propaganda and how it works, or comparing it to various aspects of what is going on in the world and realizing this is the same fucking thing going on here. Whatever it is that you spend your time learning about that results in accepting the truth is a step towards standing in the courage to defend the truth and say no. You move, as I put in one of my last videos from the Captain America movie. Even if the whole world is telling you something wrong is something right, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree and stand firmly and say no. Or if the whole world's telling you to move, whatever, and say no, you move. I'm paraphrasing, I don't fucking know. But you get the point, I put it in the last video. No, you move. That kind of courage does not just, you don't wake up with it. I'm a big, and now wait a minute. Most people are walking around terrified to make their presence known in the world and to rock the boat in any area of their life, let alone tell authoritative figures, no, I'm not doing it. So if you're not angry enough at losing your freedoms and the attempt at stealing your children's future, by now, you better start looking at what's really going on, because time's running out. And when this does hit you, if you don't have that introspection and that self-reflective time to build that courage and that knowledge base of truth to stand in and understand the morality, the moral aspects of the issue, then it'll be a hell of a lot harder for you to do the right thing. So anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend. Love you guys. Get learning, get speaking.
That's the wind. That's the wind of time. That's the wind of history. That's the wind blowing through your ancestors' bones, begging you to do the right thing.
Sir, can you please
That is the wind that Matt Baker is calling upon from Ocean Beach.